Greetings, Shelpers, and welcome to another day of Dinkum. I actually have the airport open, which will take me to a different type of place, and I kind of want to show you all. I've been doing a lot of stuff in my town, and I think I have most, if not all, of the buildings. The only bad part about all of this is that I'm not going to be able to sell some stuff before I go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get there as fast as I can. One of the reasons I didn't want to go is because I'm going to have to leave my stuff unattended. It's an all-day affair. It's quite expensive to go, so that is another bad part about it. But you can see my garden here. I'm actually getting a bigger orchard going over yonder. Across this bridge, you can see my trees starting to grow. That whole island right here is going to be more stuff, which is why there's a fruit icon there. I put it there. So this is kind of going to be a let's see the airport thing, but this is also kind of going to be a why I like this game better than Animal Crossing. And what did Franklin give me? I guess he gave me a cabinet. I actually need more storage, and my pockets are currently full. Of course they are. I went out yesterday and was busy and didn't get them empty, but I'm gonna have to like run through if I want to spend the most time on the island that I can, and I do. So the things that some people won't like about this versus Animal Crossing are that stores don't expand. There are more stores, but what you see is what you get. But there is a clothing store, a furniture store, yada 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 store. So don't think that just because like Nooks doesn't expand, like the general store is basically Nooks, that it's not good, because it's great. It's fine, because you'll get everybody in time. Another bad thing is most of the villagers are actually going to be like the shopkeepers and whatnot, though you can get some other people later. And I'll explain to you how that works out at some point. I really need an empty inventory, and you know what? I'm gonna go get Franklin's thing he gave me. And I'm going to put everything in my pockets I don't need for the island and the piece of furniture he gave me. And yes, I think I should be able to put it outside. And each thing has its own inventory slots, by the way. So I can just put this away and it not be everything. So you actually can only have like one sliver of, you know, just one box of this, but then you go into your house and then there are more boxes. So if you like everything has the same inventory system of Animal Crossing, you will not get that here. But I don't find that too off-putting at all. Actually, I kind of think it's a good thing in some ways. Okay, I want the axe with me. I want the pickaxe. I'm going to have to at least pet my animals before I leave. So, I saw a shape flying by and I thought that was husband for a sec. Husband's not with me today. But yeah, so your house can only get big. I'll run back in quick. It can only get this big. It can get bigger. There's no extra rooms. So if you really like having a bathroom or a kitchen or a basement, you're not going to get that right now on Dinkum. I don't know if they have plans to expand or not. But it's just something to be aware of. In case you're one of those people who's like, I love my big like $18 million house in Animal Crossing. You're not going to get that here. But one of the good things is you can have pets. Well, a dog anyway, and you can have farm animals. There are only 3 types of farm animals right now that I know of, and it's these 3. So the platypus, which is basically your wool person instead of a sheep, your cows, and your chickens. Chickens can come in different varieties. I just happen to get 2 black ones, which is fine. I don't know if there are different colors of platy. I want to pet you. They live in the dens here. But more cons are that you have to mine together with everyone. So let's say Bajast and I, we're going to go off to the airport today to go into the, like, place to investigate or whatever. Oh, I should bring my keys. You can bring keys to do a treasure map thing on the island. Okay, so say that's what's happening here. I cannot go alone. B just has to go with me. So if you're used to like playing a game like Stardew Valley where one of you mines and one of you stays home and does the crops and stuff, that's not going to happen here. I'm going to take my diving helmet even though I might not use it. So that is something else. There are less fruit varieties. So if you liked having mangoes and pears and all that, you're not going to get that here. It's just not a thing. I have queen bees in my inventory because they're used to craft something. I'm hoping I have enough space. How did I get 2 fish books? I did not buy 2 fish books. I swear to God I didn't. Maybe I can sell it later. Maybe I accidentally have Bajas fish book. I'll have to see later. He was here recently. But I'll put that away for now. I should really, really water my crops. I can do that at night though. Maybe it'll rain when I'm gone. I just gotta get there because once it hits midnight, just like the mines, you have to get the fuck out. So this is my place. It's only open on Sundays and I didn't bring enough money. Shit. I'm panicking because I'm trying to get there in time and show you all this stuff and yeah. By the way, this is an auto feeder. Your silo auto feeds your animals if you have it in proximity of their little troughs or whatever. So that's good. But yeah, you have kegs for stuff. Another thing Animal Crossing doesn't have is vehicles. You can have vehicles for land, sea, and air. So you can have boats, you can have helicopters, you can have hot air balloons. Like I said, I have the motorcycle right there. It actually goes pretty fast. I also have a rowboat. But one of the things I love most about this is the hang glider. But anyways, it's Sunday, so the bank is closed. So I can't put away money. But since I have an ATM, I can at least withdraw my money. So let's say I need 200,000 right now. I don't, but it's very expensive to go on the airplane. It's like 250K every Sunday. You don't have to go if you don't want to, but boy, am I going to be mad if I didn't bring everything I need. But most of it's just gathering, so we'll be fine. Actually, do I have a fishing rod right now? I do not have a fishing rod right now. I am so... See, I didn't plan on this. What I had planned on is this Sunday I was going to go finish off my orchard on the island. But then I'm like, I want to talk about why I love this game so much. Compared to Animal Crossing especially. Animal Crossing was supposed to give us so much more content. And they didn't. We didn't get Gracie. We didn't get so many things. And I was just so disappointed. They were going to add stuff and then they added the home decorating stuff. And then they're like, okay, that's it. Ouch. I'm burning. I can jump in the water and unburn, but I'll just take the pain as I run. Unless I can get to the water. Oh, I'm out of it already. Okay, so this is some of my orchard. There are basically like 4 or 5 different fruits. There are pineapples in this game you can get from the island here. The problem with the island... Yes, it's only a one-time thing for 250. That's gonna hurt. Right in the pocketbook. But then she'll take me. Yep. You can also befriend her, because see her heart's above her name, but you can only get to her on Sunday, and she doesn't really have much of a, I don't want to say a personality, but kind of, sort of. Yes, I want to. So, you don't give it to her, you slide it through this door. You don't have to sit down, but this is basically just the loading thing. And your friends do have to go with you. There are 4 chairs. There are like 6 people up to that can play together, not 4, I think. I'm not sure. I don't have very many friends. You can't write letters like you can in Animal Crossing to different animals, but the villagers can write you letters, like Franklin gave me the chest today, or the bureau. So... some might not like the fact that there's a stamina system in this, but that just means there's actually a reason to cook and eat, where outside of like Thanksgiving and Animal Crossing, you didn't really have much use for it. Okay, so this is where you go every Sunday that costs so much money. There are new flowers and stuff here, or at least a lot of the tropical ones. There are a lot of coconuts you can gather if you've never gathered coconuts before. Or you can just gather them to sell. There are different fish and stuff on the island, though I don't know how many types, because I only saw, I think, 4 main types and then 2 different butterflies or bugs. I think there are a couple of night bugs we also didn't get last time we were here, husband and I. Yep, that's one of the ones we already had. So, one of the things I love most about this game is this thing right here on my back, which is the hang glider. So, this is actually a really, really good thing to take with you when you're here. Pearls are a lot more common on this part too, so if you need pearls for something, either to sell or whatever, you can get a bunch of pearls. I think this is the same stuff I've caught before cotton, yeah. I'm gonna cotton to it. So, these are tropical grass seeds. I don't know why I collect them. I had some from last time. I don't want my pockets too full because they have like beach furniture here I would like to collect. So I'm just gonna keep going over and finding different stuff. And my diving helmet makes it so that when I dive, I can actually stick to the bottom of the water and I don't use my stamina like a breath meter for the water. It's actually really handy. I got it down in the mines. The mines, you can find some really awesome stuff. So, if you don't like the combat in this game, because you know, fight crocodiles and whatnot, I'm sure you've seen me do it, you can actually turn it off with the wish fountain eventually, where animals and stuff don't attack you unless you attack them first. So that means it's going to be a lot safer to go mining, a lot safer to, you know, just walk around day to day as well. So there's a way to fix it, but outside of that, there are just so many pros to this game. First of all, if you like everything you can do in AC, like change your hair color, if you want to help villagers, you can do all of that in this game. You can change your clothes, you can have people over. That's just really good. You can swim and dive, you can catch fish and bugs, you can build bridges. There is a bug and a fish tournament, like once or twice a year, that you can actually win trophies in, just like before. Okay, I'm gonna go the end of this island and then go this way, I think. I hope I'm not going back. I am going back. Damn it. Okay. It's fine, it's fine. You know me and maps. And every week this will be a different place, just like how the mines are just randomly generated as well. So, I know you're like, there's really not much here, but I'm only looking for specific things because there are certain things here that I can't get anywhere else, like the certain bugs and whatnot here. Let me look at this. Because there I have my bug and fish manuals, which I wish were in Animal Crossing. They are so helpful. If there are bugs around, they'll show up, and then they'll show up as what their name is and how much they are. Same like fish, see? I caught that fish over there. It tells me how much it is, where it is. So if you have trouble seeing, the books are actually quite the godsend. And the glider doesn't use any stamina at all. See, when I swim, I start losing stamina. So, and it's a lot faster. So if you want to go faster and stuff, your hang glider is an amazing thing. There is also like terraforming in this game, just like there is in Animal Crossing, but terraforming is really fast in this one, but you're still yourself. You're not like seeing yourself in Overland doing it. I don't know how to describe that. But yeah, you can actually get a pet dog if you find the collar. I think you can ride one of the wary moose if you have something to tame it or whatever, but I've never done that. You even have a festival or two. There's like a sky festival where you get star things, which is why my fence around my animals and my like crop area looked like purple fence with stars on the top. It's because I got it from there. It's like a mini game festival. Then there's like one that like celebrates the town. There aren't a lot of holidays, so if you're the kind of person where you're like, I want Christmas in my game, you're not going to get Christmas in this game. But most everything you get in Animal Crossing, you can get here. So you have individualized relationships. You remember seeing the heart meter? Well, you can do that with everyone, and everyone can ask you for something every day. See, there's a fish I can't catch at home. I forget how much he's worth, though. But yeah, we'll try to catch them. Fishing works differently, but it's nice. I can do it without even working about feeling. And if you miss the fish, it doesn't disappear right away. It will move away from you. But it won't just disappear under the waves. Okay, I'm going to try to wait till it says go. If you do it when it says stop or they're moving out, it will... I just tap a little bit to see if it'll... Oh, I might miss this fish. It's going to be an asshole. All right, we got it. All right, so... You can actually hang out with villagers if they're your friends, and not just at their houses. You can like go fishing with them and stuff like that, so that's really nice. They will help you down in the mines by like holding a light, but they tend to get lost a lot, so that's something to keep track of. And you get more reward types for helping them out during the day, so it isn't just they don't do the please I'm sick and then you make them soup or give them medicine or whatever it is. They'll be like, hey, can I have this certain food, or can you collect me flowers or seashells? Okay, these are things that are here. Inflatable pool we don't have at home. I have a beach hammock that's red already. You can have throwing discs, so I guess you can play with those. There are cassettes, but I've never found a cassette player in this game. I'm wondering if eventually there is like something Franklin can make you or you get as a reward, or you just have to find it in the mine. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's one of the things. So I'm looking for more hammocks here. I'm looking for more pineapples. Pineapples are pretty hefty when you sell them. You can't grow them into pineapple trees, and that's really unfortunate. I really did want pineapple trees in this world. But here's a pearl, like I've been talking about. Where is it? Did I get it already? Must have. Let me check my inventory. Yep, found the pearl. There are a lot more oysters here, a lot more. So, you can cut down the trees here. And like I said, you can take your friends here. Oh, they treat friends like everything is different. Like, there is no long cutscene for someone to come to your fucking island. Like, absolutely no, like, waiting forever for George to show up, and then Anne to show up, and then Jamie to show up, and Jennifer to show up, and Timmy to show up. There's not any of that going on here. You know? So that's good. Up, shit. They just come right on over. And not only do they just come right on over, they can actually have a house in your land. It doesn't show up as theirs necessarily. Here's a pineapple finally. They're good money to sell, and you can't grow pineapple trees. I am disappointed about that, to be honest. And fair and true. But yeah, you can actually pick up some of the flowers if you want them. And like I said, sometimes people will ask you for flowers from different parts of the world. We have more coconuts here, pineapples, yeah. And the multiplayer is so good that you can decorate your town and your house, and they can look in your inventory. And if I don't have a bug and I need it, because I promised somebody a bug at the end of the day, they lose a quarter of a heart if you promise them something you don't deliver on. But if you say no to their request, they don't lose faith or love for you at all. So let's say I promised a fly to Milburn, the guy who owns the bank or runs it, and I can't get it for him, but husband actually has one in his inventory. He can lay it down on the ground and I can actually look. So let's take that away. I don't want that accidentally. Okay, there's another beach umbrella, another cassette. The inflatable pool seems to be the same color. I don't want that. I don't want the same inflatable pool color. I want different colors at my place. You can use paint in this game, but the paint is only to customize like certain boxes you make for storage or your vehicles and stuff. I wish like certain things you made, more of it could be customized with colors. Hopefully eventually that is the case. So you can go mining and dig up more stuff in this game. And mining is totally expanded. You know, you actually have a pickaxe and everything and don't just hit stuff with your shovel. you can, when I say dig up more stuff, there's actually a metal detector where you can dig up like old springs and stuff like that. You need to craft items. There's more craftable items in this game by a long ass way, and therefore more things to find for crafting. You can move buildings. You can drive all the kinds of vehicles. Like I said, there are more tools, and you can have power tools. So I can have a pickaxe, and then I can get a damn jackhammer. And yes, the jackhammer does need to be recharged, but that's okay. You can have a charging station from Franklin eventually. Franklin is a really great NPC. I might be heading out to like where there is no more stuff. And yes, you can die in this game. So if you don't like that kind of thing, and Animal Crossing, you know, you might not want to do that, but I love this game so much. It's way cheaper than Animal Crossing, has way more features. Now that I'm near like the end of the game, I'm gonna probably have to show you what it's like when you run out of stamina when you, or I could just put on my helmet, but not in the water probs. Okay, I made it. So, but I can show you the helmet, and maybe if I should actually eat something. I should actually not be a pussy about it. So I'm gonna scarf stuff down through my helmet. See, some food expands your stamina and your health. Like, this game is just so damn good. And it's only like $20 or so, or it was when we got it, but it was on sale at the time. And yeah, I know you need more, 2 copies, but if you were sharing for, you know, 2 consoles in your same house, so a digital copy of Animal Crossing, you can't go online with each other anyway now. They fixed that for you in their grade, which is massively strong. So this is a much more budget-friendly option anyway. And like I said, people can actually decorate your house. They can't be the ones to like make everything, but like you can pretty much move every building. There are just so many things that I love about this game. Just so many things. They have no like real day cycles, of course. So things progress faster. Like, let's say you're waiting for one house to move because you can only move one house at a time. And you're like, you know, oh shit. Like, I can only move one house at a time. What do I do? That's very, very simple. I don't know if I'm at the other end of the... Like, if I'm at the outside of the world here. I don't know if I should try to move out more, or if I should try to just move across. Well, then again, there's still, like, land left, because it shows me a square, I guess. I don't know if there's going to be any, like, really good loot this far out, though. See? There's more... Come on, let me pick it up. Okay, I think I did. But yeah, there's just some stuff you can get out here, too. Like, the pearls are at the more bottom part of all this. So, you don't have to, like, try to finagle, like, getting everything built faster, because you can just play and it'll do it itself. Because a lot of people like the 24-hour cycle because they can just play a little bit each day and feel like, you know, my real world is progressing. But honestly, after a while in Animal Crossing, it just, to me, the day cycle of 24 hours kind of gets boring. Kind of gets like, okay, they don't have a lot in this game, but they know it's going to take you like a real ass week to get things off the ground. So your brain's going to be like, well, it's not too bad. We did this for a whole week. When really, you only did it for a matter of hours. It's just that it took a whole week. So, plus the fact that the stores can expand, I don't see as a hugely bad thing, considering how much they don't expand in New Horizons. Because we barely got any increase in any kind of store upgrades in New Horizons, which shouldn't have been the case, but it was. Okay. Also, when you get permit points like this, it's not just for like piddly ass furniture items or like Nook tickets to go to the island. You can actually use them to get licenses to get more stuff opened up. Like, one of the things I can get now is I can get the ability to actually make waterfalls in my world if I want to. So right now the island has no waterfalls, but I can add them. So it's kind of like Animal Crossing in that way, where you can do some of the terraforming features like I said, but you can just get everything more with the ability to do that. And it feels like there are more things you can do because now I can write signs and stuff. And yeah, you could make like signposts and stuff before, but it's like the way they do it and the way you have to open it seems more varied because you can have various types of signs. So I don't know, there are just so many things. You can collect flowers. You should see all the stuff that you can do on this. You can also repair stuff like you can in Animal Crossing, but repairing is actually really cool because you can repair everything in your fucking inventory at once. So say I have like 15 tools that are damaged. I can actually buy a repair kit, which is not cheap, but still. I need a repair station, but then when I have all the tools that are almost fully depleted in integrity in my inventory, okay, I've been there before, I can actually make it so that, let's fly out. I'm not sure. Probably this way. I still have time before I have to go home. Not too much though. I'm honestly not sure. But yeah, all your stuff can be at once, fixed at once. So that's good. That's what I wanted to say before I forgot. I'm not sure if these $250,000 trucks are worth it, to be honest. I don't feel like there's necessarily enough stuff here to make the trip worth $250K, but like to me the mining is always worth it. Like there are 3 different types of mines: the regular mine, the mine with the like all the vines and stuff. I don't know if I showed you that one. And then there's the mine we just recently went into called the hot mine, where there's lava all over and you have to like cool it down. So each mine kind of has its own gimmick and its own things to find. And there's like a really like late game ore that's like really hard to find. There are like so many good things about this game. Like I'm over 100 some hours in and I'm still finding out tricks. I'm still finding new stuff. I'm just now getting like the jackhammer and stuff, although that is totally my fault. But because you have so many different ways to play and what do you want to unlock, for instance, I have all the buildings. The husband does not have the airport yet. It's just not something that is interesting to him. Whereas for me, my brain was like, yes, let's get everybody in town first. So you can always determine what you want to do. And you don't have to go mining for the most part, at least not till later, because there are like nodes of copper and stuff in the above ground that are less dangerous to get. So if you're the kind of person that really wants to be well prepared beforehand, that's fine. You can also get like different weapons on different days. You have the basic ones you can craft the upgraded versions of. But also, it isn't just that. You can actually, like John, the guy who runs the general store, let's start going back home now. John, the guy who runs the general store, was having like customer appreciation days, and husband and I picked up a frying pan we can use as a weapon. It has less reach than the spear you can make, but it actually can do more damage and actually stun. So I have a couple of those now. And there are other there are other weapons or items you can make later that can help you out with that. That was really weird stuttering on my part. I apologize. So there are just so many other things you can do in this game. And it's so fun with friends. And they can help you out so much more. And eventually, I didn't know if I told you this already, late game you can rent some of the like empty houses you can make. So if you don't have enough people to play with you and you're like, I can't justify making and upgrading another house for people. Well, there are people who come to stay. I just got my first NPC named River, and River will be here until I stop renting the house. Now, if River leaves, I'm not sure if I rent out the house again, if they'll come back or if it'll be someone else. You know, so I'm not sure if, like, River is like a destined or just a rando. I have not messed around with the rental system yet because I don't have the rest of the rental houses in play. But I am trying to get everything going. There are shooting stars in this game. You don't make wishes. There's like a bunch of them on your island at points. And when you see them, there'll be one that shoots slower. And then you have to follow it. The best way to follow it, of course, is actually with an air vehicle. So, yeah, we're almost there. I think at midnight, just like in the mines, you end up having trouble with getting out in time and you get hurt and stuff, so I'm not going to be here much longer. But yeah, this actually lets me walk, the helmet lets me walk on the ground, so if you have like certain animals like sharks that are attacking you, you can attack sharks much easier if you have the diving helmet on, because you can actually walk under the water. There is on this island a shark statue where you can feed it keys to get a treasure map. I found one the first time I was here, but I didn't know what it was or what it did. And there are shipwrecks you can find and stuff like that that you can like break apart. And you can actually, when you get the treasure maps with enough keys, it will lead you to a chest with stuff in it. But I haven't found that yet. I'm sure other people have if you want to like look up footage of that. But yeah, that's basically the island. You can find treasure. You can dive for a lot more pearls more often. Get your fill of coconuts. Find some expensive ass, you know, pineapple. Just drift from place to place. So you can only do this once a week, like I said, but the mines you can go once a day, as long as you have the mine pass. The mine pass is only 25,000 per trip, but you will need certain gems to get to different floors, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I love it so much better than Animal Crossing. It just feels good. Yep, now we go home. I hope I read all my notes. I might be wrong about that, but yeah, I can get another license tomorrow and finish my orchard. You can like make everything level because the ground has a lot of different levels in this game, and I actually have something called a compactor, I think, on me. I think, yeah, this thing. You can smash the dirt to level, and that's how I got everything level on the island I have my orchard on. I will show you my orchard before bed, and then you can notice how different the ground is. So this was Nancy. I don't take anything from Nancy for a quest unless I'm not going. Oh, and there's this if you don't want to go down to the mine. So if you don't want to go down except for like the really like rare ore later on, this thing right here will make sure you have like one ore thing a day where you can just hit it. And sometimes it'll bring up the stuff that has the like tech or like old stuff in it, like the discs or the keys and stuff like that. See, that was a big trove. And discs Franklin pays good money for, and you give him so many and it unlocks. So these lights I actually took from the mine. And this is husband's house. It's kind of a mess like mine, but this is his place. This is as big as his goes. Ah, not on fire again. God dang it. And I'll still be on fire in the house, so. I wonder if the fire stops if I go to the bathroom. This is an outhouse. That could have been a coincidence. They call it a dunny. And apparently I got something for going into the dunny. Sometimes nature calls and you have a heart, okay, and you have to heed the call. So maybe the dunny actually, does the dunny take out what you've eaten? Let's see. Do I have something I want to eat that I can just get rid of? Sure, I guess I'll just eat a scone. The last scone I have. So is this like Animal Crossing where you go to the bathroom and it, yep, takes away the food you have. So if you accidentally eat something like an Animal Crossing, you can go to the bathroom and get rid of what you've eaten. But that's more handy here because certain dishes have certain pluses and minuses. So if you accidentally, you can only eat like 3 items at a time unless you have something that lets you eat one more. So if you accidentally ate something you shouldn't have, and you want to make sure everything is above board, like say you ate something for like attacking, but you really needed something for mining for whatever reason. Let's get this off the airport. Oh, that's another thing. Everything shows up on the map, and you can put different tags on the map, and then you can go over them. And if you go over them and they shine, you can actually bring yourself somewhere. This is the visitor camp right here. I don't know if we're going to need it anymore after everybody's been here. Maybe they'll add more people later. This is the pavilion we made where the like different festivals happen. If I want to know where people are, I can ring this. And then for 30 seconds, it'll show me where everybody is on the map. So if I have something for Milburn or Melvin or Irwin, who's the animal guy, because of course he is, I can just go over them, put a marker there, and hopefully they'll still be around by the time I actually find them. The bulletin board has quests. Capture this thing. Kill this thing. Photo requests. You can take photos just like in Animal Crossing. You can do an investigation and find like a downed satellite to break apart for parts. There's just so much to this game. This little area right here in the city hall, town hall, whatever, is inventory you take with any town. So if I went to my husband's town, I'd have different stuff in the house I have there, but I go here, my travel bag goes with me to every town I have. So this will always be here. The sleeping bags will allow you to sleep anywhere out in the wild. So if you're out in the middle of everything and everybody's waiting for you to go to bed, you unroll a sleeping bag and jump in it. And as long as you're not in a danger zone, it's fine. There's just so many details to this game. Rock crushers to make cement, you know, cooking and craft tables. I don't have every recipe for crafting, but look at all these different colored pathways, stairs, bridges, fences, arches, like stuff to make and craft things for other things like the furnace you can get, furniture. You can get them from recipes from helping people, recipes for Franklin. Yeah, I can make another bulletin board as well, just in case I want one closer somewhere else. So, yeah, these mannequins you can dress not just with one thing, but they basically act as a storage thing. There are just so many things. There are my bug trophies. There are so many things in this game, just so many things. I've said so many things so many times, but it's true. This wall was from the festival, the Sky Festival. It's such a great game. It has so much more in it than, and the last Animal Crossing felt like it did. Maybe I'm wrong, but like, I can't be wrong because there's hunting and there's everything else. You can trap animals. There are special, that kangaroo almost looked like it hopped out of the museum. Yeah, there's even a museum that you don't put fossils in the museum though. There's only a bug and fish exhibit, and I know it's a lot plainer than the Animal Crossing like museum. The Animal Crossing museum, I gotta give it that, is beautiful. And this is just kind of here. And we don't dig up certain fossils, we just sell them. Like you get them weighted and you sell them at the general store. So if you're really a fossil aficionado or whatever, I understand you not being as happy with it. But I love the game. There are just so many aspects that I'm still discovering even after 100 hours in. It's just so much easier to like be with friends and have the friends do pretty much everything you can do in your town except maybe decide what to build when. Like, they could put up bridges for me and everything, I think, too. You can move your bridges. You don't have to tell the person who runs the town you want to move your damn bridge. All you gotta do is hit it with the pickaxe a few times, put it back in your inventory, and move it over. If your vehicle gets destroyed by something, it just goes back to being tiny, and then you can just relaunch it, and it's fine. Okay, so that is a shell. That was not anything else. Okay, so this is where I wanted to leave you with today. This is my orchard that I'm starting. It's not done, but I'm gonna have an orchard that stretches all the way across. I don't know how a kangaroo got here, to be honest. But yeah, I flattened it out because it had so many trees I had to chop down, and then I had to flatten it out with the compactor. I can show you what it does at some other point if you want to see more, but I'm just so thrilled with this game. It was $20 before launch. I don't know what it is now. Way more price friendly, player friendly, and everything Nintendo had done with Animal Crossing New Horizons. I cannot believe how different it is. To me, this is a cross between My Time at Sandrock, which is another game I fucking loved, and New Horizons. It is the most beautiful thing ever. And I have a lot to say about Nintendo, but I'm going to leave that for stream when next I see you, and I hope I can stream next week. Husband is on the mend, for those of you who don't know. He hurt his leg a few days back, and that's why I haven't been streaming. I've been kind of wanting him to take it easy a little bit, but every day he gets better, a little less swollen. I believe it was a calf tear, but since he didn't break anything, our hospital was like, fuck it, go home. So, alright everybody, I will see you on stream hopefully this coming week, and I appreciate you all. Bye!